Aleš Kreže is an amateur photographer who is said to have a natural talent for capturing the moment. He is fascinated by its unpredictable nature, which he tries to capture and reflect in all its glory. He has exhibited his masterful skills at the International Photography Contest organized by National Geographic magazine. With his photograph of the Paris Carousel, he won the first prize in the Places category. The National Geographic is synonymous with first-class photography, and in last year's competition, there were 223,000 photographs competing from 25 countries.
With every picture he takes, Aleš Kreže searches for a different aesthetic, paying attention to the person, thing or state that is not normally in the center of activity. He likes to look for content-rich border areas. In the places that he visits and takes pictures of, he's not interested in the obvious, well-known sites. He prefers to walk inside alleys and lose his way in the labyrinths of streets off the beaten track. A carousel in Paris thus featured in his photograph that was announced winner in one of the 3 categories of the National Geographic International Photography Contest. Aleš Kreže hesitated for a long time before submitting his photograph late at night, just before the closing of the submission period.
My having won the National Geographic contest was pure lottery. There were at least 100 photographs there that could have won as well. What I like about this photo is the details. They're really good, no question about it. The chains, the balloons, blurred just right, and the seats frozen in mid-air.
He most often devotes his time to the search for authenticity in his family circle, on joint outings and when traveling around the world. Chit-chats at a confectioner's shop and strolls through the city when he observes the reactions of his inquisitive daughter through the viewfinder of his camera are particularly dear to him. The camera has been his companion since elementary school. He takes it with him to the musician friends' concerts, to the mountains and to other continents.
When I take pictures, I do it among other things to relax, to calm down and start looking at what is going on around me, to get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. I rarely take pictures because of myself and for myself.
He only allows himself limited image manipulation on the computer. He sticks to the principle that what is allowed in the darkroom when developing analog photographs is acceptable in the manipulation of digital photography. He only manipulates the image to such an extent as to accentuate the atmosphere that presents the frame to the scene in the first place. Aleš Kreže's photography is reportage photography. He doesn't set the scenes, he doesn't tell people where to go and how to behave. He doesn't position things or correct them. He finds it a challenge to isolate a certain image from a live and often bustling scene, which requires him to predict in advance how a situation of movement will evolve so as to decide in time when to press the shutter release. He must feel, for example, in what direction a dancer's body will move. First, he therefore only watches a rehearsal of the Ljubljana Ballet Ensemble, and once he has become one with the surroundings, the taking of photographs can begin.
I'm not easily pleased with the photos I take, so I don't show them to others. The criterion for me is making a perfect, unique, phenomenal photograph. That's my goal. When I will have achieved that, I will be satisfied.